What is going on, my peoples? Welcome back to the channel, and today's video is brought to you by Isar. Isar is a very famous architect and the mastermind behind the double-decker couch, or so he claims. I'm gonna take his word for it. I'm not gonna do any digging into that. So the figure we're gonna be reviewing today is gonna be Qui-Gon Jinn, and this is a really anticipated figure for many people for obvious reasons. If you're collecting the line from episode 1, 2, and 3, this guy is an absolutely must for you. And he's standing like this, very calm, as his expression on his face is trying to imply that he's a very calm character. He looks absolutely stunning. But coming onto his likeness, coming onto a close-up on the head skull, I have a bit of bad news. It's not a complete disaster, but it's not a 10 out of 10 in my opinion. You can kind of see Liam Neeson there, but it's not super up there with the head sculpts that we have seen today. And you can get lost in, sometimes you see him, sometimes you see Jesus Christ a little bit there with the long hair and the beard. But yeah, so if you know it's him, obviously you're gonna go for the like the aspect of his face that make him look like Liam Neeson. You're gonna, yeah, totally, it's him. But if you see him up front, or if you see the head, and I don't know, it's a little bit it's a little bit down. It's not on point with the other head sculpts that we have seen. Like Obi-Wan is like right on point. Also with Anakin, those are perfect 10 out of 10s in my opinion. This one, they're dropping the ball a little bit. This is around an 8 out of 10, which is still good. It's really good. Even though this hair here, that's unfortunate because that's how the character looks on the movie, so they have to do it. But I would knock it even at another point for that, because that, when you're posing him, that those strands of hair, they're gonna limit articulation, and they're gonna look a little bit unsightly when you're trying to pose him around. I have the Avengers, Age of Ultron Thor, and he has that hair, and when you're trying to pose him anywhere other than looking straight, that hair is just like, it doesn't sit flat. It's just a nightmare to pose him around with that hair just floating in the air, like he's supposed to be resting on his shoulders, but if you make him look to the side, it doesn't. So yeah, but other than that, he does have a resemblance. He's not identical, but he has a resemblance to Liam Neeson. And yeah, it was either this or sculpted or rooted hair. So obviously, sculpted hair all the way is gonna be the best way to go. Also, with the expression that he has a very calm expression. Like I said here, this is a great pose for this figure, because it's straightened up, the hair is resting on his shoulders, and it's very calm. It's just standing around with his lightsaber on its belt. Beautiful. This is going to look beautiful on your collection. But a picture down here that we're going to see now, that expression does not work at all. Coming onto the accessories, we see that he comes with obviously his lightsaber that you can light up. That is pretty cool. And over here, you're going to start to see a little bit of what I'm talking about. If you just move his head slightly, you see this hair over here is already floating in the air. So it breaks the illusion a little bit. And when you come to poses like this, because this is what I think, if I were to get a Star Wars figure, this is what I would love to do. I would love to get Darth Maul and this guy and have them fight each other. But if you can tell, this expression does not work well for battle. He just looks, he doesn't even look like he's calm, like he's secure on what he's doing. He just looks uninterested. Like Yeah, that's the problem with some of the expressions that Hot Toys does. They only work sometimes. They have a cool expression that works in every possible. When they have like a smirk and he's that type of character like Star-Lord, you can have him just standing there with a smirk and he will look cool, or you can just have him fighting somebody and still has a smirk and he still looks cool doing it. You know, it works in every situation. But when you have some other head sculpt, for example, Cap with all his gritty teeth, I've seen people do it. You can do whatever the hell you want with your collection, obviously, but they have just standing there with both hands down, with the shield on one of his hands, and he just not had that look on his face, and it does not work at all. In my opinion, it just doesn't work at all. If you have that replaceable mouth plate and he's just standing there, give him the other one. The other one is gonna look better, in my opinion. But you can, it is your goddamn collection. You can do whatever you want. So yeah, in this case here, it doesn't work as good when you're trying to pose him fighting somebody else. He's not even looking at Maul. Like, well, this is obviously the whoever posted this, but whatever. I'm going way into deep into this, but yeah, this would be a really cool fight to recreate. Very iconic. And in this picture right here, we can see another of the accessories that is very traditional on Star Wars figures by now. The ones that come with lightsaber, at least, obviously, and it's the beaming lightsaber, leaving a trace behind, like he's making like a swoop motion. Really cool. Another of the accessories that it comes with is this poncho that you can pose him with. I would never, me personally, I would never give him this poncho. I actually will go for the Jedi stream down look, or for the ropes that we see here and we saw on the first image of this preview. So really cool robe. I really like that one. The poncho not so much, but hey, it's yet another look, and it's there. It's included on the box. Pretty cool. And I really like this picture right here. He's holding the lightsaber to the side like that. He looks really cool. So he comes with this transmitter, beeper, cell phone, whatever you want to call it. He comes with very small detail, but it's there. Really nice. They included that. He also comes with this hologram of Yoda, and then I believe this is Mace Windu, and this is the ship. All of these really tiny holograms are pretty cool. He also comes with this other piece, which I don't remember what it is. I haven't seen these movies in a long time, and I'm gonna take a guess here. It says attaches to the belt in the description, but I'm gonna say it magnetically attaches to the belt. I'm just adding that there. I don't know how it attaches. I'm just guessing, but I will say that it's a pretty good guess. So yeah, and then he comes with a few hands, the stand, the ponchos we discussed, and the rope. Now, how much is this guy going for? This guy is going for $235. Established before, say many times, this is the perfect price. This is the best price that we're getting right now for these figures. Any other figure comes lower than this is just a bargain at this point, because these figures are ramping up, and the price gets increasingly higher. And in recent times, we haven't seen anything a lot lower than this. But we have seen some 220s, like 6 months ago. We had a couple of 220s with Tashaka and Black Widow, but those were they had a lot of reissue stuff in those figures, so that's why they dropped the price. And Tashaka was not one of the most popular characters, so they were trying to put him out there and just to entice people to get him. But yeah, other than that, $235 I think is a really good price. We have Obi-Wan going for the exact same price. Really cool figure, beautiful head sculpt. We have the regular version of Anakin that is going for the exact same price. So I think these guys just stand perfect in price in the collection. I think it's an amazing addition to your collection. But in my opinion, I would prioritize this guy. This guy would be my first. This is my personal opinion, obviously. This guy will be my first, and then this guy, and then I will get this guy. This will be my third option. But then if I get this guy, I also have to get this guy. and I need the bike. And if I did this guy, I might as well get this other guy. And then if I get this guy, I might as well throw in this guy. You see why I don't collect Star Wars? I'm already going down a rabbit hole of the possibly of the trilogy that I was not supposed to like. I'm not supposed to like this trilogy. I'm all about the first trilogy, like the old one. And you get excited. You see all these figures, and you can see everything that you can do with them and how amazing they looks. And if you just buy one, that's it. You're in a slippery slope. You're going downhill, and there's no stopping you. And when you're in this little box, that's it. You can't get out. And then you're getting stormtroopers. You're getting Darth Vader, and that's it. You're getting everybody else, and then. So that's it. I cannot, as much as I like all of these figures, because I love this figure right here and this one. I like the other one better, like with the evil one, but this one is just as good as the same exact head sculpt. So yeah, this guy, really cool addition to your collection, especially if you're gonna pose him like this. It would be beautiful. It would look amazing. It would complement every other figure that you have when it comes to Star Wars, when it comes to this original trilogy, just like the ones that I just show you right now. Any other of those figures that you have, if you're planning to get them all, it's gonna look beautiful. It's gonna look amazing in your collection. And $235 is not a bad price. It's a really good price. It's the best we are getting. So yeah, guys, those are my thoughts on the Qui-Gon Jinn. What do you think about that? Are you going to be getting a Qui-Gon Jinn to go with your Anakin and your Obi-Wan? Let me know in the comments below, and don't be a stranger on the channel. Be around.